everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ratnika and you have reached Natural Vibration. Sorry I haven't been around for a while. I've been going through some medical stuff again and that's just been taking a lot of my time, and my energy gets screwed up, so I don't want to do card readings during that time. But I wanted to do a little bit of an update. It's a new moon today. I think it's the 18th. Yeah, I think it's the new moon today. So, a lot of changes are happening. I just wanted to do a quick reading to see what's happening with the twin flame dynamic and how things are kind of changing. So, I hope you guys have been well. And these are general, so may not resonate with everyone. So just take what resonates and let the rest fly. If you like what you see, it would be great if you could please subscribe to my channel. Just a little bit of income that comes from YouTube helps me, buy more card decks. So, dear universe, tell me what's happening in the twin flame union energies at this time. Wow, this card is turned upside down. Joy and stability. I'm going to put that on the side and see what else is going on. Ooh. All right. 1 second. Of course, they have to fly. We've got the solar plexus chakra. This is funny. I was watching another reader yesterday, and sacral chakra. He was saying that for Librans, I am a Libran, and he was saying how for Librans, the next few weeks, it's about the lower chakras. And it's funny how we've got, the solar and the sacral chakra. So it's, personal power. What else? Wow. Okay, major upgrades. We've got 3 chakra cards. So, okay, what's going on in the twin flame union? One more card. All right. We've got giving and receiving and balance. Okay. And then I wanted to get one card from the Dragon Fae. So let's get that, and that I'll read from the book. So, dear universe, what's the energies of twin flame union at this time? All right, we have Fernia. Sorry about that. Something happened and my camera froze. Of course, all of these things are going to happen. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to light some Palo Santo and cleanse the air a little bit, if you don't mind. I've already pulled the cards, but I kind of want to cleanse the air. The video kind of stalled. Now the AC won't let me put on the Palo Santo. It's been one of those days. All right. Clearly this is not happening today. All right, perfect. Just cleanse the air a little. All right. So the card that had flipped right in the beginning was joy and stability. And when I'm looking at the rest of the cards, what I'm getting is that this is something that both twin flames are kind of working towards. All right, it kind of flipped before I could ask the question. So in my mind, this is more about where the twin flame where the divine masculine and the divine feminine are headed. They want to head towards joy and stability, and this is where all the steps that they're taking right now, all the blockages that are in the way, all the obstacles that are coming through, all of that is happening so that they can eventually get to joy and stability. Now we've got 3 chakra cards. We have got the crown chakra, the sacral chakra, and we've got the solar plexus chakra. So I feel like at this time with this new moon and everything, the lion's gates opened up. We have a lot of upgrades happening. A lot of stuff from the past is going to come up. And I feel like it is time for us to go within. All right. I feel like the divine feminines and the masculines at this time need to start working on whatever it is blocking them. I can tell you this from personal experience. I've been having a lot of problems with medical stuff, and it seems like one thing after another. And, I kind of feel like all the shit that could go wrong is going wrong. You know what I mean? And it's like one thing after another. Something comes up and then another thing comes up, and you just feel so defeated. And then you start asking yourself, what am I doing this for? What's the point? But the right answer and the right questions to ask yourself is, why is this happening? What within me is allowing this to kind of happen over and over again. I'm not saying we're to blame for everything, but it's also our thinking and our mentality that kind of affects how we handle a tough situation. If we're in that whole negative vibration, then you're going to attract more of that, you know. So what I started doing was I started, kind of being like, okay, what have you been saying? And the last few days I've been a bit, low about, like, oh, shit always goes wrong with me, blah blah blah. And that's not the kind of thing I should be saying. It should be the opposite, that this will get better. I will go through. There is a lesson in this. This is just, a test, and I'm stronger. I can get through this. These are the kind of things that you need to say to yourself. And the fact that all the negative stuff was being repeated is because there were lessons and blockages that needed to be dealt with, which I wasn't dealing with. So I feel like that is something what these cards are telling all divine masculines and feminine. With the solar plexus and the sacral chakra, this is not just about sexuality, but how you view sexuality, how you view fertility. It is also about your creativity, your personal power. When it comes to a fertility, when it comes to our sexuality, but at the same time our personal power, our creativity, they're all kind of linked. And who are we? What defines us? What defines us as as sexual beings? What defines us in our own power? How do we know that we're in our own power? Where are we giving away our power? Where are we not claiming our power, being in our power? These are things that are going to come up. Things about sexuality, things about creativity, what you want to create in life, what you want to kind of manifest in your life. And then we've got the crown chakra. The crown chakra is all about the connection with the divine, with the enlightenment. This is all about us having upgrades of our mind. These are the chakras that need healing, but at the same time, this also needs to be open, because this cannot get healed unless the channel is clear. I feel there are a lot of lessons for the divine masculine and feminine at this time, and there's going to be massive amounts of upgrades. So both divine masculines and feminine at this time need to remain open, to healing, open to upgrades, open to just evolving, meditation, doing healing modalities, doing gratitude journals, doing things that allow you to, showcase your creativity, being that sexual creature that we all are meant to be, owning our own power, whether it's sexually or in whatever space you're in. There's nothing wrong in that. People have been taking away our power for years, especially if you're a woman, and that is something you have to claim. The other thing I'm getting from these cards is a lot of times we let somebody else have control over us. We let other people's opinions, judgment, actions affect us. And I feel like that is something that also needs to be worked on, because this is not about how other people look at us. This is not about how somebody else values us. This is about us valuing ourselves, It doesn't matter if the other person doesn't give us what we want. Can we own up to it? Can we be who we are meant to be? Can we be the goddess and gods that we are meant to be? So there's a lot of that's going to be happening, and this is a general reading, so it would relate to all of you in different ways. So just take how it works for you in your life. Now we've got giving and receiving and balance. I feel like during this time, when we're going through these upgrades, when we're going through this lesson, when we're heading towards joy and stability, one of the biggest lessons that we have to understand is all about balance and giving and receiving. They both go really well hand in hand, right? A relationship of any kind needs to be balanced, right? You need to give and you need to get. If you're the only one giving, then that is not a balanced relationship. And if you're the one who's only taking and not giving, that's not a balanced relationship. This is also talking about us finding balance within ourselves. So for some of you that might be in karmic situations, this might be you trying to figure out whether this is the right place for you. Because you may not be giving as much as you're getting, or you may not be getting as much as you're giving, and that is keeping you and this relationship or situation in a very unhappy place. For others, this might also be figuring out that inner balance. Are you giving too much of your energy and not taking care of yourself? This is about us also realizing that we need to balance ourselves, have that internal balance where we can't be swaying too much. Like I said, I'm a Libran, it's the scales, it's all about balance. But Librans are very rarely balanced. We always end up tipping one side or the other, right? So it's like that. It's about finding that balance within ourselves where whether you're balancing like normal things like work, pleasure, self rest, taking care of yourself, but at the same time balancing how much of other people's crap you're taking on, how much are you taking care of yourself. So all of these things kind of are coming into light right now. I am guided to pull some more cards. So, dear universe, what's happening during this new moon for all twin flames? Union energy. Did not fall out. For those of you that don't know, I do have a Facebook page, and I also am on Instagram. All details are in the description box below. It would be great if you could follow me. On Instagram, guys, wow. You see, I'm shuffling and I'm talking to you. And look at the cards that fell out. Bum, bum, bum. So, yeah. We're heading towards a reconciliation. We're heading towards union. All right. For some people, it might happen sooner than later. For some people, it may take longer. And I know for those of you like me who are waiting and aren't in union, I get that it's frustrating. But the good news is that this is where we're heading. This is where we're heading. And I feel like all of these things that are coming out, where we're, working on our chakras, where we're working on balance, where we're working on, the balanced relationship with people in our lives, having healthy boundaries, all of that is going to help both the divine masculine and the divine feminine get closer to their joy, to their stability. All right. So what we're going to do is now we're going to check out the overall message from the Dragon Fae card. The Dragon Fae cards is actually by Lucy Cavendish. And, these were the first deck I ever got, like when I started doing oracle card readings. My guru, my healer teacher, this was the one he recommended. And the card that came out is Furnia Clarity. And I'm going to read this from the book because it's so amazing. I actually pulled some cards for myself yesterday, just to ask about all my issues, my medical issues and things like that. And it's pretty bang on accurate. All right. I wish to be honest with you, so you understand it is you. So you understand what is it you think and feel you are wishing for. Do you understand? And in order for you to be in connection with all you feel you desire, that there will be what many consider to be sacrifices along the way. Do you understand that what we offer you is shelter, yes, soft and sweet, tender and shaded, beneath the heat of the sun, a place to rest, sleep, and dream. But do you also know that others will say you dwell in the fantasy land, and that what you dream of cannot be? Consider the truth of what it is you wish for, and know that whatever you commit to, expectations play no part in this promise I make to you. Because I do pledge to shelter you and introduce you to magics, to show you the way of the Dragon Fae folk, and to help tend the little ones with me. But I also promise you that your supposed nirvana will be muddy and dirty and difficult at times. All right, this is something we already know, right? There is no way for this to be what you fantasize about. You will need to care for yourself and to allow others to be who they are. For this is a path of clarity, knowing who you are and the part you play in all things. Leave your expectations behind and be prepared to discover more magic than you've ever thought possible. Do not seek to possess anything, and know that you are free to choose in every moment if you will go along. Wow. Do you understand, if you wish to be of this realm and yourself entirely, that you will give up the old ways of thinking? Otherwise, you may find yourself hurt by the conflict such incomparable thoughts and feelings will bring. So this is just the first half. But what this is telling us is, again, realizing that it's all about give and take, and sometimes some people do not meet up with our expectations, so we shouldn't expect things from people, we shouldn't expect things from the universe, we should just hope and pray for the best, but then let people be who we are, be in your own personal power. When the Furnia shows up in your life, she is asking you to consider honestly and clearly what is it that you expect to gain from the situation currently before you. It could be that you are fascinated with another person or path, and Furnia will ask you to return to go within, to find that source within yourself. When she appears, there may be people around wishing to possess and own you. Thus, she encourages you to be free and to find the right place for you. Furnia is all about being in the right place under the right conditions for you, and then flourishing. She will also ask you to seek out independence and to say what is and what is not right for you. See? Healthy boundaries. And to be clear about this. See, a lot of us might be stuck in situations we're not happy. And once we decide what is it that we want, what's the point of being in a situation that doesn't make us happy, that's where we can get to this, right? Her sheltering ways have led many others to flourish beneath the gentle shade she casts, and the pools of water she gathers for the baby dragon fae to drink. She shelters and yet she shields. You are that contradiction, the magical paradox too. Never let anyone tell you that you are weak. Beware too that those may be obsessively in love with you at this time. People who can develop crushes and wish to be with you and yet do not understand who you truly are and the delicacy of your needs and desire. You fascinate them, but this does not mean you must uproot yourself, for that could mean your unique nature may not survive. Best to let those who profess to love you succumb to you when this card makes her gentle but also beguiling appearance. Just beginning to understand the impulses and flux and flow of romantic love as opposed to love between souls that is steadfast and timeless. I do feel this card maybe for certain people in a twin flame dynamic who are with another person. Maybe that person is a soulmate, that person is a karmic. Maybe they're not truly happy in that connection. I'm not saying everybody is not happy with their soulmate, but if you might be in a karmic relationship, that doesn't make you happy. It's also telling you that now is time to kind of ask yourself, what is it that I'm getting out of this? Who am I really? And what will I finally gain by going on this path? Will it get me everything? Do I have certain expectations which I want to get fulfilled, and will I be able to fulfill that? Right? So there's a lot of internal growth, a lot of development at this time happening in the twin flame dynamic. And just remember, we have joy and stability, engagement and reconciliation. So this is where we're heading, and it can happen once we figure out what is it that we truly want in life, once we figure out the balance within, once we figure out relationships in our lives, if it's mutually beneficial, and we start working on our 3 chakras, the crown, solar plexus and sacral. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. Take care. Bye.